It appears that Governor Hogan's push to expand the Beltway and I-270 is gaining new support among the public and some local officials, as evidenced by yesterday's vote by the National Capital Region Transportation Planning Board to include the project in an air quality analysis decision that it reversed only a month ago. Mark, proponents for Governor Hogan's plan point out that Maryland, particularly Montgomery County, is lagging behind in infrastructure development and job development compared to Virginia. What do you think?
Well, I agree, and it's an observation for anyone using access to Google. I spent a lot of time on the other side of the river on transportation issues, so it's no secret. And I'm struck when I deal with Democrats on the other side, Virginia Democrats, how much they have embraced a sort of use all methods approach to transportation. So it includes various tax increases, but also toll increases on the Dulles tollway, also hot lanes. They want transportation to move forward. Sometimes it's been the Republicans in Virginia who fought taxes and pushed back on that. And that's a 180 degrees difference from the way some Democrats in Montgomery County have been responding to Governor Hogan's proposal. I think that difference has led to that partisan or that political dynamic has led to Virginia moving ahead much more effectively on transportation issues.
Sam, this decision to include the study in the air quality report isn't the end of it, is it? It's just kind of the first step.
Well, Casey, I think we're going to get support on that. And I think that what has been proposed is a blend of what people wanted. Most importantly, it supports the citizens who live along the Beltway from the 270 cut over towards Prince George's County. These are the guys that had the most vocal objection to widening the Beltway and also the toll roads. Also, within the county, of course, we wanted more money going into the transit ways so that we could have better bus transportation and public transportation throughout the county, which should make the business community happy because most businesses want local public transportation to make it easier for their employees to get there. And the reluctance was really within the governor's office. So after much hassling back and forth, this compromise was brought, which resulted in the new vote. So I think that this is going to go through, and I think it benefits everyone. And I think it moves us more to be more competitive, commercially within the business community, to increase jobs, get better jobs within the county, and grow more so than we have in the past, which makes Mark's point. I think we really need this tremendously. Now, whether this battle will end, no, this battle's not going to end. Because once this project gets done, and God knows how many years it'll take, probably 5 or so, then we'll start, the battle to extend the toll roads through the rest of Montgomery County and into Prince George's.
Can I push back a little bit on the language there, because we're really not talking toll roads in the sense that everybody who is passing along the highway has to pay the toll. We're talking about what are effectively voluntary tolls, these hot lanes, where for those who choose to have more, to move more quickly, they can voluntarily do it. Obviously, there's a model that exists in Virginia. And I think that there's been a lot of misinformation, some of it because of this, calling it a toll road. It's not a toll road. It's basically a hot lane like they have on the Beltway in Virginia.
Mark, I agree with you, but the point is that whatever is done along the Beltway from the 270 cut through Prince George's County is going to require an expansion of the Beltway. You can't put in additional lanes within the current roadway. It's just not wide enough.
Well, but Sam, doesn't that really speak about the long range planning for this region, and that we need a third crossing of the Potomac River, further into the county, because we desperately need an outer beltway to our inner beltway.
I personally, and I'll commit heresy if you won't, think that we should have a third beltway. I think that we should take 370 and extend it into Virginia. It's going to go through.
Amen, brother. Amen.
Wait.
So
Goes
Sam,
through part of the ag
go ahead.
reserve. It goes through part of the ag reserve, a lower corner of it. But if we make it a limited access from the river to 270, I don't think people should complain about it. And I do think in the long term, that's the solution. Now, whether
Well, Sam, you are going to be excommunicated, I'm afraid.
I'm
But
used,
because I agree with you. And you know what happens to people that I agree with? They disappear in the middle of the night.
I understand.
So I was asked earlier this week at a breakfast by a very prominent person in transportation in Virginia, why won't you guys embrace a third crossing? And I will tell you, my comment was, look, let's just focus on the American Legion Bridge. We got our hands full as it is before we deal with that particular.
Well, Mark, you may be right, and you're going to have the last word. But
Okay.
I've been pushing for a third crossing for 20 years, and I still think it's necessary.